Shalom, friends, brothers, sisters. I'm back, and today I'm going to talk about Nebuchadnezzar's dream. In the book of Daniel, it's in chapter 2, and this is prophecy too. This is not just history, it's also prophecy. We're going to go over this. So, here we go. Chapter 2. In the second year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams wherewith his spirit was troubled, his sleep broke from him. Then the king commanded to call the magicians and all the astrologers and the sorcerers and the Chaldeans for to show the king his dreams. So they came and stood before the king. And the king said unto them, I have dreamed a dream, and my spirit is troubled to know the dream. He wanted it interpreted. Then spoke the Chaldeans to the king in Syriac, which is a Syrian language. O king, live forever. Tell thy servants a dream, and we shall interpret. The king answered and said to the Chaldeans, The thing is gone from me. If you will not make known unto me the dream, which the interpretation thereof, ye shall be cut to pieces, and your houses shall be made a dunghill. But if you show the dream and the interpretation thereof, you shall receive of me gifts and rewards and great honor. Therefore, show me the dream and the interpretation thereof. They answered again and said, Let the king tell his servants this dream, and we shall show the interpretation. The king answered and said, I know of certainty that you will gain the time, because you see the thing is gone from me. But if you will not make known unto me the dream, there is but one decree for you have prepared lying and corrupt words to speak before me till the time be changed. Therefore tell me the dream, and I shall know that you can show me the interpretation thereof. The Chaldeans answered before the king and said, There is not a man upon the earth can show the king's matter. Therefore there is no kingmaster, nor ruler that asks such things at any magician or astrologer or Chaldean. And it is a rare thing that the king requireth, and there is none other that can show it before the king, except the mighty ones whose dwelling is not with flesh. For this cause the king was angry and very furious, and commanded to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. And the decree went forth that the wise men should not be slain, that they should be slain, and they sought Daniel and his fellows to be slain. And Daniel answered with the counsel and wisdom to Arioch, the captain of the king's guard, which was gone forth to slay the wise men of Babylon. He answered, said to Arioch, the king's captain, Why is the decree so hasty from the king? Then Arioch made the thing known to Daniel. Then Daniel went in and desired of the king that he would give him time, and that he would show the king the interpretation. Then Daniel went to the house and made the thing known to his friends, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, his companions, that they would desire mercies of the Elah of heaven concerning this secret, that Daniel and his fellows should not perish with the rest of the wise men of Babylon. Then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision. Then Daniel blessed the Elah of heaven. Daniel answered and said, Blessed be the name of Elah for ever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. He changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth the kings. He set up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise, and knowledge and them that know understanding. He revealeth the deepest and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him. I thank thee and praise thee, thou, O Elah, and my fathers, who hast given me wisdom and might, and has made known unto me what we desired of thee, for thou hast now made known unto us the king's matter. Now I'm going to go to chapter 2:24, beginning. Therefore Daniel went in unto Arioch, who the king had ordained to destroy the wise men of Babylon. He went and said thus unto him, Destroy not the wise men of Babylon. Bring me in before the king, and I will show unto the king the interpretation. Then Arioch brought in Daniel before the king in haste, and said thus unto him, I have found a man of captives of Judah, that will make known unto the king the interpretation. The king answered and said to Daniel, whose name was Belteshazzar, Art thou able to make known unto me the dream that I have seen, and the interpretation thereof? Daniel answered in the presence of the king and said, The secret which the king hath demanded cannot the wise men of astrologers and magicians, the soothsayers, show unto the king. But there is an Elah in heaven that revealeth secrets, and maketh known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. The latter days. The dream of the visions of thy head upon thy bed are these. As for thee, O king, thy thoughts came into my mind upon thy bed, what should come to pass thereafter, and he that revealeth secrets maketh known to thee what shall come to pass. But as for me, this secret is not revealed to me for any wisdom that I have more than any living, but for their sakes that shall make known the interpretation to the king, and that thou mightest know the thoughts of thy heart. Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. This image's head was of fine gold, his breast and arms of silver, his belly and thighs of brass, the legs of iron, his feet part iron and part clay. Thou sawest that the stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and broke them to pieces. Then was the iron and clay, brass, silver, and the gold broken into pieces together and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors. And the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain, and filled the whole earth. This is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof the king. So the stone was Yeshua breaking up all the kingdoms. We're gonna talk about right here these kingdoms, these world ruling kingdoms. This is a dream, and we will tell the interpretation of the dream of the king. Thou, O king, art a king of kings, for the Elah of heaven hath given thee a kingdom, power, and strength, and glory. And wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of the heaven hath he given unto thine hand, and hath made thee ruler over all. Thou art this head of gold. He is the head of gold. And after thee shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for so much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these shall it break to pieces and bruise. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in all of it the strength of the iron for so much as thou sawest the iron mixed with mire clay. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle together with themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. So you can't really mix them two together. It's not a stable combination. In the days of these kings shall the Elah of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Insomuch as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it broke to pieces the iron and the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold. The great Elah hath made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure. Then the king Nebuchadnezzar fell upon his face and worshipped Daniel, and commanded that he should offer an oblation and sweet odors unto him. The king answered unto Daniel and said, of a truth it is taught that your Elah is the Elah of mighty ones, and a master of kings, and a revealer of secrets, seeing thou couldst reveal this secret. Then the king made Daniel a great man, gave him many great gifts, and made him ruler over the whole province of Babylon, and chief of the governors over all the wise men of Babylon. Then Daniel requested of the king, and he set Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, Abednego over the affairs of the province of Babylon, but Daniel sat in the gate of the king. So what a great honor that Daniel did. He never forgot his friends. And, but anyways, it impressed Nebuchadnezzar so much, and I'm sure it impressed, the sorcerers, astrologers, and them too. They probably couldn't believe it. They was jealous, of course, but it impressed him, and it, earned Daniel great praise and respect and everything. And Daniel didn't once say it was him. It was Yahweh who told him and gave him this information, and he gave praise all to the Creator. He gave it all to the Creator and made that known to Nebuchadnezzar. And Nebuchadnezzar was the one that thanked Yahweh, and it opened his eyes. And but anyways, the head of gold, of course, we know is Babylon. And then, get to the chest and arms of silver. That was the Medes and the Persians who overthrew the Babylonians later on in, history. And then the belly and thighs of brass was Greece with Alexander the Great, and when he died, his generals came around. And then the legs of iron was, Rome, the Roman Empire. Roman Empires, had pagan Rome, it fell, had the Holy Roman Empire, it fell, it'd come up and it'd fall and come up again, and then the feet and toes around the clay is a divided nation, of course. I don't know, some people say it's Romans and Orthodox inspired countries, since they split the Great Schism. Others people think it's Middle Eastern countries, but we got divided nations that don't adhere together very well. So that's prophecy right there. Daniel said prophecy, talked prophecy, and Nebuchadnezzar was impressed, and he just wanted his dream answered, and he got his wish. Yahweh sent Daniel down there to set the record straight. And Nebuchadnezzar, he was pleased and very impressed, and he rewarded Daniel and his friends. But that's prophecy, and that's stuff we gotta. That's the book of Daniel is full of history, but it's full of prophecy too. It's heavily infested with prophecy, and hopefully in the future I'll get down to more of the book of Daniel as we go along. But with that said and done, I want to thank you again for tuning in, and please like my channel, hit the notification bell, subscribe, comment below. Sorry about the tongue twisting here and there, but that's just just how I am sometimes. I just get kind of excited about scriptures. I kind of like do tongue twist and ramble on and everything, but that's just a spirit in me, kind of getting me giddy. But anyways, yeah, and just feel free to watch my other videos. I encourage you to. And thank you again. So long, shalom, peace out.